So I'm really glad that we can establish together that you want to get help, and I'm ecstatic to hear that because that's what my job is. That's what I want to do. Um, so this being said, are you willing to come back to counseling? Um, if you don't feel like this session has gone as well as you hoped, you can always ask for a different counselor. You can ask for a male if that's what you'd like.
No.
No. Okay. Okay. You can ask for another female if you'd like. But if you feel happy with how things went today, I would love to schedule you in for next week. And maybe, well, first of all, is that something you'd be interested in?
Yeah.
Yeah? You think so? Okay. So, that being said, do you think that maybe when you go home this week, you would be able to maybe write down some jot notes of what kind of things that you would want to talk about in our next appointment? And also, I'm just going to hand you this form. So this is called a food diary form. So basically what it is that you're going to write down what you eat.
I don't want to.
You don't want to do that?
No.
Okay, that's okay. Do you want to keep it just so you can look at it? Have you ever looked at this first before? You don't have to do it for sure.
Yeah, like my doctors would make me do that, and I didn't want to do it.
Okay, all right. Do you feel like your eating is something that you want to
Work on? No.
Okay, so how about briefly we'll just talk about what kind of goals you do want.
I guess like work on my anxiety
Okay.
and like how to cope with my anxiety.
Okay.
Like things that I can do to help my anxiety.
Okay. Do you want to maybe try and further come to terms with what happened between you and your uncle so long ago? Is that something you might want to explore a little bit more?
If it will help with like all these like intrusive feelings, and yeah.
Okay. And I'm a little bit worried about your self-harm. I know you said you've been doing it daily and that you do take care of it, which I'm glad you do. But it's a little bit alarming to me because of your safety, of course. Are you self-harming to... Why are you self-harming? I know you're doing it as a distraction, but are you doing it to really hurt yourself, or are you doing it to kill yourself?
Just to hurt myself. It just releases a lot of pain. Like I don't like go like that deep or anything.
And do you ever think about suicide?
Sometimes.
Yeah. So, I'm going to ask you a little bit of a personal question. But as we close this session, I just want to make sure that you're safe, you know? And I want you to be as 100% honest with me as I will be with you. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being lowest, 10 being highest, after this session, I know you haven't been in counseling for a while, but after the session, what is your urge to self-harm?
4 or 5.
Yeah? And is there anything that we can do or talk about today to bring that down? No? Okay. Do you want to do a breathing activity before you leave?
Sure.
Have you heard of them before?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. So, we're going to start off with putting both feet on the floor. And what I want you to do is look at something in the room and picture there's a square there. Okay? You see it?
Mm-hmm.
So, we can just use this because it's right here, okay?
Okay.
So, what you're going to do is we're going to do it maybe 3 times. And as you're going down, I want you to breathe in and go and count to 3 as you look down here. And you're going to be focusing with your eyes too, okay? And then as you're going across here, again 3. And up here, again 3. And if you find your mind wandering or your eyes looking somewhere else, just try and focus back on what you're looking at, okay?
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. And how did that feel?
Good.
Good? Do you think that's something that you could see yourself doing at home?
I don't know if I would go out of my way to do it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, are you interested in learning a little bit more about that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe as one of your goals that you write down when you get home, or what things you want to talk about, we can talk about mindfulness. Okay, is that something you're interested in?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so I think that comes to the end of our session today. I'm really glad to have the chance to have met you, and I look forward to seeing you next week. I'm sorry if I did a little bit too much talking today.
No, it's okay. It was good.
Do you feel better after today?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Okay, alright. So, again, I just want to remind you that you have access to your case notes as often as you want. I'll print you the confidentiality form before you leave so you can have that and take home. And besides that, it was great to meet you, Rad.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.